Hi, good afternoon everybody. In this video, game day. The Sabres are back in action as we're in Vancouver tonight. Let's talk about it coming up. All right guys, boys are back in action. I got a few videos coming your way, and yes, there has been a move with the Sabres already. We'll get into that in a later video. Let's focus on the game. And I just wanted to get just look at the last 10, things like this, and see what's happening in the game tonight. If there's anything special, I really haven't checked the Sabres website today, so I got a few things I was working on. Okay, now the Canucks, the last 10 games are 5-4-1. Okay, but here's the thing. They are currently, they're in 5th place in their division, okay? But in the wild card, they are, if I'm right, 3 points. No, sorry, they're 5. That's right, Vegas won yesterday. Right, they're 5 points behind Vegas with a game in hand for the final playoff spot. So they're going to be pushing. They're a bubble team and they're still alive. They got 19 games left. They got ground to catch up, but they could do it. Anything can happen, as we know at this time of the year. So I'm looking at tonight. This is going to be a very hard-fought game by the Canucks, guys. Very hard-fought because they're season's on the line in a game like this, and they know it. So this is one of those opportunities that I've talked about before, guys, where we can just go in and wreck a team's season. This is an opportunity we have to look at. And if you look at the Canucks at home, though, they're 14, 13, and 4, okay? They're not great at home. And the Sabres, their last 10 now are 5-5. And on the road, we're 10-17. But we've seen what we just did in Calgary. And this is what we have to look at going into a game like that, is just what game have you come off of. I've always been a big believer, guys, before playoffs begin, I've always been a big believer, you win your last game of the year. Win your last game. Try to win your last game of the year heading in on a winning note. It's always good. So we're going to go into this one with the same mentality, I'm hoping, the same drive, and the same game plan, hopefully, that we pulled on Calgary. And hopefully we can just stuff these guys, especially in the middle, and take our passing game to them and surprise them and catch them off guard. Because the Sabres are in a position the rest of the year, I believe, to catch teams off guard, to really catch teams off guard. There's no more easy wins against the Sabres. We can't have that, what happened with Edmonton. We can't have 10 of our last bunch of games where we're easy to beat. No, we want to make it hell. We want to put the opposing fans on the edge of their seats. They're like, oh my God, I thought we'd win today. And Buffalo's up 3-0 after 8 minutes or something like that. So we got to go into this one, and we have to, guys, we have to approach it as a playoff game. As crazy as that sounds, we have to approach this like a playoff game. We can't take any team lightly down the stretch. We can't just come off a win like that in Calgary. I don't believe we'll be on such a big emotional high like we were the other 2 games, right? Those other 2 games were big ones for us. Jack was in town. Then we have the rival Maple Leafs in the Heritage Classic. Those are different events than going on a West trip, going into Calgary, into their barn, and dealing with their fans who are not being nice, for sure, and winning. And winning against a Stanley Cup contender that needed to win that game. So I think right now the Sabres are going to be in a position of comfortable if they can establish that in wins in the West trip. Okay, the West trip, if I know it, they know it, and if you know it, they know it. Going on these damn West trips has always broken our season, broken our hearts. I can't tell you how many times over the decades, really. Can't tell you how many times. I know the 06-07 teams, we had some success there, but look at our whole history going out west. I remember when the Kings were a crap team and we'd struggle to beat them. The Canucks, they were a crap team. We'd struggle to beat them. Now these teams are good franchises. These are good established NHL franchises now. It's gone are the days where I'd listen to a Canadiens game in Vancouver on the radio back in the day with Dick Irvin, and you just hear the fans saying, "Go Habs, go," in a Vancouver game. That's what it was like out there at one time. But now Even though the Canucks don't have a long winning history, they're an established franchise now that have expectations, rightfully so. I mean, we've seen them make the finals, well, a decade ago, but, you know, it's just, it's not fun going out west. I hate going out west. But this is the task at hand, and if we can get this one, I'm feeling pretty good about coming home after the way it started in Edmonton, and then coming home after 2 wins like that, and beating Calgary, and if we beat Vancouver. And I don't see, guys, why we can't win this game, not after what I just seen last game. If we can put anything resembling close to a perfected game like that, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Now, who are we going to put in nets? I haven't checked, so, and I haven't gotten, I usually trust my Sabres app, which I shouldn't do. These guys, sometimes they update me like 20 minutes after a goal scored. I don't get it sometimes. It's weird. Yeah, I'm looking at today like another opportunity to kind of get a monkey off our back when it comes to out west. It'd be nice to go 2-1 on this west trip. It would be. If you'd tell me that before the trip, I'd say I'll take that right away. So who's going to be in nets? That's the question. I think we might go with Tokarski. I think we might. It would be, for me, the logical choice right now. You know, I mean, if we're trying to close the deal and keep a hot goalie going, I believe when the goalie's hot like that, you let him play again. See what happens. Even if he has a bad game. So what? Then we'll put in Anderson then. You know? So yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about our chances. It's almost like more of a relaxed atmosphere, and I don't want to think that this is a sure win. It's not. You know, Vancouver, as we see, they're not great at home, but, you know, at the same time, they had a horrible start to the season, and they've kind of gotten out of that. You know, under Boudreau, their record, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot better under Boudreau. They started on that winning streak and then tallied off a little, and you know, it's still a team we can't take for granted. We can't take anybody for granted, let's be honest. But I know that, you know, after a win like that, we're feeling a little confident, you know, the way we beat Calgary. We got to go in there, guys, like it's a Game 7. We got to approach this like a Game 7. I'm hoping that's what I see today. And I think with some of the bodies being moved out of Buffalo, it's an emotional time for some of the kids because they've formed friendships with these guys, and who knows what's going on behind the scenes of some of these players that we're going to move out. But at the same time, I don't see why that should affect the wins and loss column. If anything, it should make them really want to play harder. It should make them want to play harder in a game like this. You know, this is an opportunity to wreck a team's season, really. Vancouver can't afford to lose this game today, guys. They just can't. They need to win this game. And I hope we do everything within our power to try and wreck their season. I mean, nothing personal against Vancouver. I've never hated the Canucks at all. But as a fan of the Sabres, I want to see our kids grow and flourish in challenges like this. I want to see us in the forefront. You know, I want to see us go out there and make their life a living hell tonight for them, because I guarantee you, the Vancouver fans think this is a night off. I guarantee it. I guarantee they think this is going to be a night off. They're playing the Sabres, and maybe they'll be in for a little surprise. Maybe. You know, if the Sabres can jump on them early and get our hitting game going and some timely goaltending. I'm not expecting a shutout again, but some timely goaltending and a team unity early. A team unity early. I don't know, say something in the dressing room, stand up. I hope Tuck stands up and says something to the bunch, whatever it takes. Get them ready. Get them ready for battle, because that's what this is. This is a war now. Guys, the last 20 games of the season, it's going to be war all the time. I love the fact we're playing a bubble team. And a team like Calgary, you know, a team like Edmonton. I'm glad we're playing playoff teams. And this Vancouver team, I think, was supposed to be a playoff team before the season started, and then they were the Pits, and then they woke up. And now they're on the cusp now of either missing or making, and they've got to win games like this down the stretch. They're running out of games, so they got to come at us hard. And I'm sure they will. So we got to be prepared for that also. If we can keep this momentum wave, if I can call it that, 3 of the last 4, if we can keep that momentum wave going, guys, we're going to be okay. We'll be okay even on the homestand. We'll be okay on the homestand too. But we got to take this like a Game 7 today. If we can take this, just somehow win it, we'll be having a good time tonight. Really, we'll be having a good time tonight. And if you see anybody before the game that is out of the lineup that should normally be in, I'll tell you right now, they're getting traded either tonight or tomorrow. They're getting traded. So be prepared for that also. All right, guys, that's it. I'll leave it there. I got other videos to make. I'll see you in those. Till then, let's go Buffalo. Let's get these guys. Take care, guys.